Just as the United States and its allies began to formulate a response to Russia's conventional military onslaught, the entire strategic landscape was violently and terrifyingly upended by a catastrophic intelligence discovery. In an emergency session in the White House Situation Room, Director of National Intelligence Tulsi Gabbard presented President Trump and his war cabinet with a briefing that immediately dwarfed all other concerns. Using a combination of high-resolution satellite imagery, intercepted signals, and highly sensitive human intelligence sources, the U.S. intelligence community had uncovered evidence of a clandestine and rapid Russian program to establish 5 new secret bases designed for the forward deployment of tactical and strategic nuclear weapons. The revelation was not just about new weapons, it was about a fundamental and aggressive shift in Russian nuclear posture, a secret program that explained the Kremlin's newfound confidence to launch its massive conventional war. The plan was clearly designed to hold all of Europe hostage and to paralyze any decisive NATO response. The intelligence presented a chilling picture of a coordinated effort across Russia's western frontier. The first secret facility was identified in Belarus, located alarmingly close to the border with Poland and Lithuania. Satellite photos showed the construction of newly hardened bunkers perfectly matching the specification required to house Iskander and ballistic missile systems. More terrifyingly, intelligence confirmed that these were not just conventional missiles. Russia had secretly moved a significant number of tactical nuclear warheads to the site, placing cities like Warsaw, Vilnius, and Riga under a direct and immediate nuclear threat with a flight time of only minutes. This move transformed Belarus from a simple staging ground into a forward nuclear bastion, a dagger aimed at the heart of NATO's eastern flank. A second major site was uncovered in Kaliningrad, the heavily militarized Russian territory nestled between Poland and Lithuania on the Baltic Sea. Here, Russia had built deep, reinforced underground pens for its new Zircon hypersonic missiles. These weapons, which travel at such incredible speeds that they are nearly impossible for current air defense systems to intercept, were now positioned to strike NATO naval fleets in the Baltic and North Seas, as well as critical command and control centers in Germany, Sweden, and beyond. The confirmation that these hypersonic missiles were being paired with nuclear warhead in this new facility created a strategic nightmare for NATO military planners. It was a direct threat intended to deny the alliance control of the seas and skies in any potential conflict. The third area of buildup was in the Kola Peninsula, in Russia's far north, near the border of new NATO member Finland and founding member Norway. Instead of a single large base, intelligence revealed a network of smaller, dispersed, and heavily camouflaged storage sites. These facilities were designed to hold tactical nuclear artillery shells and warhead for short-range missiles, intended to be used by Russian ground forces in a potential land war with NATO. This was perhaps the most alarming development for military strategists, as it suggested Russia was actively preparing to use low-yield nuclear weapons on the battlefield itself. This doctrine, often called escalate to de-escalate, involves using a small nuclear weapon to shock an adversary with a superior conventional force into backing down. The presence of these weapons so close to Finland's border was a direct and menacing message to the alliance's newest member. In the south, a fourth secret nuclear expansion was confirmed in occupied Crimea, a facility near the naval port of Sevastopol, previously believed to be a conventional missile storage depot, had been secretly upgraded to house nuclear warhead for the caliber cruise missiles launched from Russian warship and submarine in the Black Sea. This effectively turned the entire Black Sea into a Russian nuclear lake, holding southern NATO members like Romania, Bulgaria, and Turkey at risk. It also gave Russia the ability to launch a nuclear strike from a direction that European defense were less prepared for, completing a 360 degrees arc of nuclear blackmail around Europe. The final and most apocalyptic discovery was a new specialized submarine base hidden along Russia's Arctic coast. This base was purpose-built to service the Belgorod, the massive new submarine that served as the mothership for the Poseidon nuclear-powered torpedo. The Poseidon is a terrifying weapon, a large, autonomous underwater drone armed with a massive nuclear warhead designed to travel across oceans and detonate near a coastal city to create a radioactive tsunami. The existence of a new operational base for this Doomsday weapon confirmed that Russia was not just enhancing its tactical options, but was also doubling down on its ultimate strategic threat. Back in the Situation Room, the mood was one of profound shock and gravity. The aggressive plans being formulated just hours before, the sledgehammer sanctions, the long-range attacks into Russia, the opening of a new front in Moldova, now all had to be re-evaluated through a terrifying new lens. President Trump was reportedly furious, seeing the secret buildup as the ultimate act of bad faith and a direct personal challenge. Secretary of Defense Peter Hegseth, the advocate for a strong military response, was now faced with the stark reality that any direct attack on Russian force or territory could cross a nuclear tripwire. Secretary of State Marco Rubio understood that his diplomatic task had become almost impossible. He had to project strength and reassure panicked allies while simultaneously finding a way to de-escalate a crisis that was spiraling toward a potential nuclear confrontation. The Russian offensive in Ukraine was no longer a regional war. It was the opening move in a global nuclear standoff orchestrated by Moscow. Many of my listeners, like 70%, have subscribed to my YouTube channel, and so many of you don't even know that you haven't subscribed. And that is actually what makes the show going. It's almost like you're making a donation to the show. So that's why I ask again and again, because it enables us to grow and grow and grow. And we're going for the long haul here. And listen, if this is your first time listening to Sok Hain Rich, you don't have to subscribe. You guys, you're first ones on me. But if you have watched the show before, it's like you are a freeloader now. So all I would ask you is, if you have seen this show before and you like it, help me, help my team here. Hit that subscribe and like button now, and we will continue to build this show for you. That I swear. Thank you to all of you guys who have subscribed. It means a lot to me. Thank you so much. That's all for me for today. I will see you soon. Bye for now.